Hey, hey, hey. So, today happens to be the 1st of March.
Hi.
A little bit of wisdom. Our sponsor. Just came back from the event. Oh my God, it was so emotional. It was fun. Honey, I was caught up over there, right, with my friends.
Yes.
She was upset at me. I apologize, hon. But you know what?
It's okay.
You don't understand. I seen people who literally, again, I hadn't seen them since my tournament, hon.
Wow.
The majority of the people in that room I have not seen since September 20th when we had the OG Fountain of Youth. Now, if you look up there, guys, the next event is 28 days. Oh, excuse me, 27 days from now. 27 days from now. Tick tock, tick tock. Here we go again. This will be epic. The Unified Martial Arts Network, UMAN, OGs, all the guys and all the girls, Fountain of Youth National Tour, Region 11, New York, New Jersey, launch. It will be epic because the people who are coming, spectators, competitors, and judges, they are all pioneers and legends, or will become. Now, this evening, we saw awards, Sonia Seed, honorary awards, which was awesome. Props to Sonny Williams Jr. We seen Earl Bennett and Earl Thompson. Now, these guys were nemesis. Actually, King Kong Godzilla of the 1970s. And to see them sitting next to each other, reminiscing, and Hanshi Bennett actually came up and spoke about Grandmaster Earl Thompson. That was worth the price of entry. Literally, these guys are still here. They're still leading by example and having a conversation with both of them. But to hear Bennett speak about Thompson live was incredible because he didn't speak or speaks much to anybody for too long. He's a man of action. He came to the UMAN OG. His students are legendary in not just martial arts, but also in hip hop. You know, the twins were his students, still are. One of them was with him. And Skeeter was there. And then his other students, which includes Billy Beeson and Maddie Malisi, they got honored also. They couldn't come, but they were both honored. And it was just cool to be there. Derek Williams again. Our champion Derek Williams was in the house again. The last person who got the award was Abdul Aziz. But we saw the Asia, Divine Asia Earth was there. Oh my gosh. This is when Abdul Aziz was Kendu Allah. All these people in one place. And again, the last time I seen most of these people was at the UMAN OG Fountain of Youth. We also saw Mr. Miller, Sensei Miller, Michael that is, about 100 pounds lighter. Phenomenal, you know. So to be in a room with people, I mean, Lee Island was in the house, Stagger Lee. It's my man. He inspired me to bring something like the UMAN OG was inspired by Lee Island when he had the team Executive Edge. Just finished speaking to Kurt Golden Feet Holloway, who will be competing. Got an announcement that I'm not sure the title they used, but we always call him Shihan Lou Ferrer, who also was awarded, and his students are supposed to come and compete. 27 days from now, guys. 27 days. From 30 to 34, we got grand champions and fighting and forms, $500 apiece. 50 and 60 has their own grand champion, 500 fighting, 500 forms. 70 and above. 500 fighting, 500 forms. Lamar Thornton, Kashunda, who also got awarded, says he's going to compete. That'll be a nice 70-year-old bracket, or 70 years young, I should say, bracket. It was just so cool. Again, props to Sonny Williams Jr. While he's doing this, exactly what I was inspired. I was inspired by two people. One was Lee Island when it came to come back and compete. And one was Billy Beeston, who was also awarded. Because Billy was the one that sent me DVDs years ago. He said that I should share them because people would actually watch them. And he was right. I started studying some of the videos on myself because my mother said, you don't know what you was doing when you was fighting. I said, Mom, I was busy doing it. I don't know what I did. So because of Billy Beeson, like I said, I got awarded today, I started editing videos and putting some stuff out. And I'm trying to get people to give us more videos. Give us more videos. Man, Mark Glenn was there. Mark Glenn is a guy that a lot of people don't know, but Mark Glenn to me is one of the best fighters that I ever seen because he was probably 220 pounds, lean, mean fighting machine. And this guy's a wonderful person. He trains with Shihan Liu presently. He comes from Springfield, Massachusetts. So to see him is always, always, always a pleasure. And guys, listen, I can't help it. When I go to these events and I see people, I love it. Justo, I think you're watching, right? So Justo, people were talking about you sweeping people at the UMAN OG tournament, which was kind of cool. Jesse Ray was also, he was the one that said, oh man, I seen videos of Justo, doing his thing. It'd be nice if we would have came to the next one. But I'm just happy, guys. I'm happy that 100% of the people who came to the UMAN OG first tournament are still alive. Now I'm saying that just to be 100% honest. I get scared to find out who's going to be the first person who's not going to be there. But Marvelous Marv Farmer, who we have not seen in 40 years, actually came to this event also. He came to this event also. So that was so cool. And again, I'm going to say it again. I haven't seen these people since my tournament because we were able to tap into the 40-plus market, even though it's really 30-plus now. That people, Javon Holmes competing in Kung Fu, come on. We had 11 people compete from the Kung Fu division, 11 women compete. 35 was the youngest, 65 was the average age, 85 was the oldest. You had guys like Tommy Chen, who hasn't competed since 1989. So the who's who were at the OG tournament, and most of them will be back. Joker Hill's coming back again, all the way from Ohio. We got Kuiper coming all the way from New Orleans. So far, we counted 10 states that are being represented, registered for this next event, which is right there, guys. Yes, I'm giving away $3,500. Literally, if you see that the details are right there, it starts at 9:30. And I don't have any sponsors presently. However, I believe that we'll be able to get enough support to make sure that the $3,500 will be available. If not, then I'll get creative. But I feel confident that people had a good time enough to come back. Because if that just happened, then we'll be more than fine. Now, people like Peter Morales, who didn't get a chance to compete last time, you can still use your entry fee for that. Like I said before, and hopefully we'll see the champion Marty Eubanks, who has a previous engagement, so he might have to be a little creative, but just want to remind him, the champ, that his wife wants to go shopping in Canal Street, so that might be the little edge. So if you can send somebody else to be able to support that other tournament, then of course, which I think that's what you're trying to do. But hopefully we can get some people from the NASCAR circuit from years ago. Spread the word, guys. I really, really, really would appreciate your guys to spread the word, because it is happening March 28th. We're 27 days away. And this tournament is very important to some people, guys. It's important to me to give the opportunity for the guys like Derek Williams, who literally told me he never earned that much money in the tournament. And that made me feel good and bad at the same time. So that's why I changed it to the UMAN Pro League. And I do need help. I do need help. I would be lying if I said I didn't need help. I've been trying to wear too many hats. And in terms of running the operation and judging, I'm pretty good with the promoting. I'm pretty good at any aspect, but it's just too many things. I want to make sure that I do my job by interviewing you guys, and hopefully we can do that sooner or later, champ. I will literally get a chance to do your cartoon. Imagine that, your own comic. Hey, Cuzzo, and thank you for helping me. I'm going to come and help at the door. There is a Carmen Fontaine that you see right there. That's my prima hermana, meaning my first cousin, who I just met a matter of weeks ago. And it's like the deal with blood knows blood. That's true. We definitely are family. Props to my uncle Junior, a.k.a. Federico Fontanes. It was cool to hang out with him yesterday. So what I'm saying is that I feel blessed. I'm Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontanes to some people. To others, I'm Fast Feet. And to some, I'm just this pain in the neck, big mouth Puerto Rican from the Bronx who once again refuses to get old. I don't believe in excusitis. I believe that there's no such thing as old or young. You just are what you are, and you do the best that you can with what you have. Papa used to say, I am what I am, that's all that I am. And I would have to add to that, and what I am is enough. What you are is enough. Other people's opinions about you have nothing to do with you. So you tap into the frequency and the mindset of the people who are the greatest of whatever it is. My goal this year is to be the best 20 years young guy, some people say 60, performance-wise. I want to make sure I kick better than anyone in that age and punch, and I wish I could compete. I wish I can compete in those tournaments because, and I'm doing that finger there because it's called UMAN. We need you. Yeah, you see that? We need you, man, in order, man meaning men and women, in order for this to happen. Us one is the truth. All of us are one. One is the creator, and we are all one with the creator, so being creative. So I do need help. If you know any potential sponsors, if you want to come and be an official referee, 2 weeks from now I'm going to have that week dedicated to judging. And I do have some videos that you guys can train with because I want the thing to run smooth. The rules are 1986 rules, which means the sweep is in with the follow-up. Cartwheel kicks are in. Everything's 1 point. So it doesn't matter what style you come from, you get an opportunity to actually win. The women have their grand championship separate for fighting. In addition to that, they compete in all the age brackets and forms. We do have weapons also, which is part of forms. And that's just the way things were in the 1980s. And it worked well when you used to line up and there was 20, 30, 40 people lined up. So you took first through 8th place. Imagine that. And taking even 8th place was phenomenal when there was 50, 60 people. In the lightweight division, they would split it up where 40 people go that way, 40 people go that way, down to the last 2, and then you would have to come together. That's how many people were competing. If we can get the legendary Jesse Harris back to the competition March 28th, that'll be phenomenal. I mean, he took 2nd place to Marty Eubanks, and he hadn't competed in many, many years. Actually had to loan him some equipment. But Jesse Smokey came on down and did his thing, and it was incredible. It made the event that much more authentic. A guy who started, who I should say, in the beginning of the movie, 1 down, 2 to go, they were inside the ring fighting the Orient Tour of Self-Defense with great Grandmaster Aaron Banks. And even one of the Tiger Kim twins, who also was in the start of that movie, came to the last event. And it was just like a reunion on a whole other level to see people be inspired against. I keep mentioning Marvelous Mark Farmer because he was the gentleman who we hadn't seen in 40 years. And he caught an asthma attack, and I gave him time to come back, and he did. And all I'm saying is that if you really want to have a great time, then come to the UMAN OG. Now, the after party this time is going to actually happen because I have multiple DJs as opposed to the one that left me flat last time. And that is going to be a birthday party for my Little Bit and also Master Ty. So hip hop and house and reggaeton for her and a whole bunch of it's going to be a bunch of fun. You know, the entry tickets for spectators for what would be eliminations is $30 presently. It'll be $40 at the door. If you do the VIP, which means eliminations, nighttime finals, and after party, which includes some finger food and some drinks and some cakes, plural, that's presently $60, and it'll be $75 at the door for eliminations, finals, and after party. After party starts at 7, finals start at 5, elimination start at 9:30, and the youngest competitors again will be 30, so it's 30, 34, 35 to 39, 40, 44, 45 to 49, 50 to 54, 55 to 59, 60 to 64, 65 to 69, 70 to 74, 75 to 79, 80 to 84, 85 to 89. And if we have the 90, because there's 2 potential 90-year-olds that might compete. And I'm looking forward to the day that we actually have a centurion. So again, this is about helping people, giving them a reason to shine, because I appreciate you guys and girls. I really, honestly do. And there's not much more that I can do than to put myself on the line from a promoter standpoint to give away, monies that you can't go to 3 NASCAR tournaments. Forget about, if you went to a Waco World Championship, you get paid not $1. Sad, but it's true. A NASCAR tournament, you get $300 for the 30-year-olds and $200 for the other groups. We were giving away more money than any of those 3 big deal tournaments combined. As much as that, imagine that, $3,500. As a matter of fact, more than that. Jesus, this is crazy. Anyway, all I'm saying is that if you want to spectate, wonderful. If you want to be a judge, then you have to contact me beforehand, because we do have 5 judges per division, and I am asking for help. Jesse Ray actually said he'll come. His sister said she'll come, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm not too proud to ask for help. I want to make sure that this thing. Now, the next one's going to be September 19th. So for those of you, for some reason, you can't make it because, you can't be in 2 places at once, well, September 19th will be the next one, and that'll be the 1-year anniversary of the initial one. I am trying to get at least one more tournament in another state before the year's out, and hopefully I can do that. I'm also inviting people from other countries, besides Puerto Rico, other countries to come and participate. Ruby Camacho is supposed to come with a few guys, and I'm going to check with him, because hopefully he does that. But for at least this event, yes, I do need help. The registration is not at the pace that I want it to be. We do need, I'm sure we'll be fine, but with another 50 competitors and 50 spectators, you'll be more than fine. So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to hit that. But do it sooner than later, because if we do it by the 7th, which is this Saturday coming, then you'll be able to get 3 divisions, an interview, and your own, what would be, comic book between 10 and 12 pages of you as the superhero based on your own story of your own comic book. That's something that I charge $500 for from a marketing standpoint. You also get your own song. That's normally $500. 3 divisions. At the door, the 3 divisions will be costing $175. In other words, $100 for the first division, $25 for each additional division after that. So if you do 3 divisions, it'll be $175. When right now, $100 gives you 3 divisions. And for those of you who want to support and feel like you want to sponsor, I am going to put together what would be a charity page. I'm not too proud to ask for help. And if you want to officially be a sponsor, I have 6 rings that will have the logos of what would be each of the sponsored rings, and they're $1,000 a piece. You also get the backdrop that has your logo on it. Videos that have the logos with the songs. For 2 weeks, we're going to be running, 2 weeks, we're going to be running a media blitz on social media that will be featuring all of the sponsored, I should say sponsors, logos, along with all these videos. So we got a lot of work to do, guys. But again, as you see there, we need you. Please share this, comment, like. I need your help to make sure that this keeps going and going and going. It's not about anything else except for being consistent. When someone like Toki Hill, the legendary Toki Hill, who literally had 2 operations recently, if he's not making excuses, or my brother from another mother, Kurt Golden Feet Holloway, who has 4th-stage cancer, and he's still kicking it, if they're not making excuses, then please don't make excuses. If you want to support, do in whatever capacity you feel free. For example, Sensei Felix Vasquez last time did not compete, but he spectated and paid for spectator. And he also had 5 of his students do the same thing. So hopefully they'll come out and do that, and judge, I should say, compete this time. The reason they paid for spectator was because they wanted to watch all the competition. The only black guy that we did have was a bunch of people who registered to be judges, and then when I started calling them, first they didn't have the uniforms, which if you're going to be judging, you got to have a uniform, since it is karate. We're going back to that era, the way it used to be back in the 80s and 70s. And when I started calling for the judges, they made believe they didn't hear me. So I didn't want to, have this blowout thing. But if you choose to be a spectator, please pay a spectator fee. It's only going to help with what would be having the event, at least not make me lose too much money, to be honest with you. Because at this point, I'm not sure if I could break even. But that would be a great thing. But it's not about money. It's about having you being recognized. And even if you win or lose, doesn't matter. I made you your song, your own comic book. That's $1,000 value there alone at the minimum. I interview you. I do a 1.5-minute commercial about your own interview. And I also do a little, what would be 5-minute or so infomercial about your interview. So it'll make you look phenomenal. And that's the new package. Now you can go to UMAN OG. $FastFeet1 is my Cash App. I can send you guys the Zelle also if you choose to go that way. Or you can go right to the site and just pay with your credit card at umanog.com. And all I can say is that I really appreciate every single last one of you guys. Yes, sister, us one. But please spread the word, even if you can get some spectators there. It'll help. It'll help the cause. Right now, the numbers are not where they should be, but I believe that they will be where they should be. As a matter of fact, perfect example, Tony TNT, Coach TNT, I need to update the website today, and I'll call you right after this. So it'll be $100, 3 divisions up until the 7th, and they're going to get their interview, they're going to get their song, they're going to get their comic, 10 to 12-page comic book about their own story. 1-minute commercial and 5-minute commercial. So that's the media kit. That same media kit will go to the sponsors that will have their logos on the ring, and each ring sponsors $1,000. Presently, I have 0 sponsors, guys, and I don't know if I'll be able to get any. Louis Bad Boy Lewis says he might have a company that can do it. And so at this point, this is a public service announcement. We need help to make sure that this becomes successful, so like that we can have the next one September 19th. And that's the 1-year anniversary of the initial one. And we will have sneakers. Again, each tournament is going to have a sneaker. So I'm making a new sneaker. The last one, if you guys remember, was the T-shirt that actually had the matching sneaker with the date on it in the back. So we're going to do something similar. Except this time, if we have a sponsor, if we can able to get a sponsor that gives, if we get a main sponsor, the main sponsor can have their information on the what would be sneaker too. I don't know what else to say except thank you very much. I apologize if I insulted anybody because it's not my intentions. But tonight was an emotional night because I saw a lot of people who were not in the best physical state, but they were in a great emotional, mental state. To see, some people had to take some breaks today. But all of the majority of the people that I saw at this event, the last time I saw them was at the UMAN OG event. So those of you who were there, phenomenal. Now we have a lot more videotapes. If you have pictures and videotapes, please provide them to me because I'm starting to make new songs for each of these people, and I'll be using highlight reels. I was also offered an expertise from someone who's great with AI, which I'm pretty good at it, but I'm doing a lot of work right now, to be honest with you guys. And in order for this to really work, I got to humble myself and say, I need help. I do need help. For example, Coach TNT, he's been working on the site. He's been managing that for a while, which I appreciate it, but I got to get that updated. Anyway, guys, contact me at 914-535-6034 or through Messenger. So like that, I can hook you up, and make sure that you're able to be recognized for the awesomeness that you have. I think we're gonna have a cameo there. Here we go.
Hi, everybody.
These are our daughters. That's Coco and that's Mila.
This is Mila y Coco.
Now again, Mila, I have to say as a public service announcement, my daughter-in-law's name is Mila, and we did not name the dog after her. That dog came.
That dog came with that name.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I got to keep saying that because I don't know if she believes us. Guys. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm also tired because I've been working overtime on making your guys look good. Oh my God! Listen, to see yourself in the cartoon, or I should say, in the comic, is the coolest thing. That itself is worth its price of entry. In addition to that, I want to thank those who sponsored in the past, like Sensei or She, I'm not sure what title he used, James Zeno, because he was a sponsor, so was Soki Hassan Khalik, and a bunch of other people of the last tournament. So I appreciate any level of involvement because you guys collectively, we made that last event happen, and this one, I believe we're going to have to, or I believe we will make this one happen too. And us one. God bless you. Best wishes. I appreciate you guys. I bow and I salute you. AB, see you tomorrow with updates. God bless.